Today we're talking about the upper fibers of the serratus anterior muscle. What does that even mean and why should you care? Stay tuned. So the upper fibers of the serratus anterior muscle is a super important muscle because the serratus anterior muscle helps you raise your arms above 90 degrees and also helps you kind of have that control and rotation that you need of your shoulder blade in order to allow that muscle to come up. The lower fibers of the serratus anterior are going to be right here. And the upper fibers are actually going to be on the forward aspect of your upper trapezius muscle. So they're going to lie. So if this is like your upper trapezius muscle, your upper fibers of the serratus anterior muscle are going to lie in the front of that muscle. So for everyone who is not using this in like a physical therapy standpoint, but really is just like, dang, my shoulders are tight and I'm really not able to get the mobility in my shoulder. Like you guys can see for me, that if I get good posture, like my shoulders are not 100, they're not all the way up here. They're a little bit tight. My right one is even worse. You can tell that my shoulder blade here is not rotating as well as it could be. That could be because the upper fibers of my serratus anterior muscle, or kind of this area right in here, is actually in a tight holding pattern, and so it's not able to extend and contract, or kind of release and contract the way that muscles typically are supposed to, where they glide on each other and allow kind of both that shortening and lengthening. You want to be able to use the full range of a muscle fiber, not just have it always in a fist or always bent and kind of in that shortened state. So my favorite is to just like kind of come in here. So you're gonna come down, and again, you're gonna look kind of in this front part between, so you have your collarbone right here, and then you can see my upper trapezius muscle kind of comes along this ridge, like if you think of it as like a mountain. So you're gonna kind of come down and you're gonna try to feel, yeah, I haven't done this in a while. So you're gonna kind of drop down in the front part of that ridge and get in there and just kind of hold it. And holy cow, you guys, this is actually making me sneeze, which is a super weird sensation I've never had before. Excuse me, that was super crazy. So anyways, we're gonna go back to releasing this area. So you can kind of tilt away. That's gonna tighten this area a little bit so that if you wanna feel how tight that, how tight those muscles are, you can do that. Or if you want to kind of loosen them so you can really get in there and dig in there, you can kind of keep either your head neutral, you guys, or tilted to that side. So the other thing about these upper fibers of the serratus anterior muscle is going to be that they can actually elevate the first rib. So your first rib actually starts kind of right in here and comes off of that T1, T2 area back here. So it's actually, if you have really a lot of tightness in your upper trapezius area, kind of up here, your shoulders tend to be elevated, your first rib can be sneaking up that way too. So you really want to get in here and just kind of try to release and self-massage these muscles. So what I'm doing is I kind of have a position of my fingers like this, and I'm just pushing down, and then I'm scrubbing across as well. So I'm kind of pushing down and then scrubbing across. And then I'll go diagonal as well. If I find a really good spot, kind of just following this ridge up and down, I'll sit on it. And you guys, I have to tell you that I've like tried to self-massage my upper traps, like the whole 9 yards. For whatever reason, these upper fibers of the serratus anterior muscle, or the muscle that like kind of sits right on the front side of your upper traps, it is like you get way more bang for your buck So you want to make sure you focus on both kind of up towards your neck and then also down to kind of the front part towards your shoulder. And again, you're gonna just kind of go sideways. If you find, oh, that's a particularly ugly spot, I'm just gonna sit on that. Sometimes sitting on it until the pain and or tightness recedes is like 5 seconds. Sometimes it's like 30 seconds. So then I kind of feel like it's going down. So I'm just curious because I didn't actually plan this, but I'm curious to see what my left-sided shoulder flexion is compared now that I've been massaging this out a little bit, to see if it is better compared to what it was when we first started the video. So again, kind of looking forward, it feels a million times better. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that is so much better. Like, holy cow. So much better. It feels so much better too. Like I'm just able to, like I just have more mobility. It's much less restricted. I don't feel as much pinching up here. So if I go to my right side, which I haven't done yet, you can see that it's still pretty restricted. And then if I go in here, I'm right-handed, so it's gonna be probably worse. And actually I feel a little bit of referred pain when I go in here and massage this out. So it actually is kind of shooting some pain up towards the top part, like right here, of my head, which is totally normal. Muscles actually have referral patterns. So if you push on something and you get pain, now I'm getting it a little bit in my jaw, it just means that those muscle fibers are really tight and you're kind of, you know, doing the right thing to kind of let those release. So I'm gonna just keep massaging this for a bit, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna see if my right-sided shoulder mobility has improved at all. Okay, so I can tell that my right side is much worse than my left side, but I feel like we were able to get a pretty good improvement. So let's just kind of check it out, see. It's better. I don't know if you guys can tell. It's still limited for sure. Like I should be able to get a little bit more there, but it is so much better. Woo! I just did that before circus, so I was gonna be like crushing it tonight, you guys. So this is, again, my left side now. My right side, so much better. All right, so I hope you guys have similar success when you're doing that serratus anterior self-massage and kind of releasing those muscles. I hope you feel so much looser and that your neck feels like a brand new human's neck, like you just got like a total neck makeover. If you liked this video, you found it helpful, feel free to subscribe and also post a comment below if it was helpful, and let me know what you guys are interested in, like what it would be helpful for you guys to learn more about. I will talk to you soon. Bye.